Welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast. And today we have a special guest, the most special guest of all time. We got Matthew here, my little brother, my handsome little brother. Apparently, he's the handsome one out of all of us. So yes, this is my brother Matt.
According to Stats Canada, that's what the government has
So
confirmed.
Matt, we want to say your little preface again.
Yeah, so now this is for the seventh or eighth, depending on.
Oh boy.
I am on this podcast, a film podcast,
Yeah.
as somebody that does not watch films. I'm going to preface that again by saying I do not watch films, and I'm here gladly
Yes.
on this film podcast. So enjoy the ride.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Matt, so far?
Well, after being harassed twice now because we had to get rid of the other take, feeling great now.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
doing well.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I was gonna talk about some movies, but I don't know if I. Actually, no. I was gonna bring up. You've been helping us with quick takes, actually, which we appreciate very much. So, I'm actually curious, like how do you feel? Because you have to watch these in order
Yes.
to edit them. How do you feel so far of the episodes that we have made so far?
So yeah, of the episodes that I've watched,
Yeah.
I've got to say, a lot of different, key points that can be used to, invite a new audience in.
Right.
And really, that's the great thing, is the fact that you can get new people, right, by these different things. Like if it was just a boring podcast, in which nobody was watching, then I wouldn't be able to get clips that would perform well. But here I am getting clips because in order for me to get clips, the podcast itself has to be good.
Yeah.
So that's well done on your guys' part.
Thanks. We appreciate the feedback. I'm actually curious too, because it seems like you've edited other stuff prior to it. Have you done anything similar in terms of editing another person's podcast or Let's Plays or YouTube channels? And if so, have there been ones where you're like, man, this just ain't fire, man? Or
Yeah, so I guess for context, I've been kind of in the social media game for 5 years now, doing a realm of different things. Majority of it on my own YouTube channel, where I make tech content and student content.
Link in bio.
Link in bio.
Oh, for sure.
Link in description, wherever you
Link in
click right here on the top card.
I don't think
of
that
the
works
video.
anymore.
Oh no, you can add it on YouTube Studio. I'll add it in. Don't worry.
You'll just edit it.
I'll add it in myself. Don't worry about it. Get you guys to subscribe. But yeah, I've been making videos for a long time now, and then after a few years doing it, I transitioned into working more behind the scenes with some other YouTube channels. In terms of editing, I've definitely mostly stayed behind the scenes, and that has helped me learn a lot over this time in terms of social media, the algorithm. I find it's very different than filmmaking. Even though it's kind of one and the same, putting things together, it's social media is so much more different, and it's a different ballpark, and I personally like it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a fun ride.
It seems like social media is very. I like to compare it to like a fast train.
Yeah.
Whereas film is kind of like, it's a moving vehicle.
Yeah.
It can move, but it's not going like fucking super fast and stuff. And I guess you kind of like that instance where it's just like, yeah, you post like over and over and over, and
Yeah,
you pick the
yeah.
right timing for it.
Yeah, I think that there's something special about it because, I guess there's this misconception that if you're posting a lot and you're posting really fast and it's just boom, 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 that there's this lack of quality. And that's what I actively try to go against. Like I still try to put out things that are of high quality, but still maintain a speed and a cadence that can help grow an audience. And that has been forget my channel. That has been the thing that has been worked for you guys in the past week, right? Just seeing insane numbers and growth because it's, the perfect balance of high quality and, high quality and that high speed.
Yeah, because there's got to be a sense of like understanding of not only like the content that you're making, but also the timing of that content. You can't just be posting randomly. Like we can't be posting every month and expect like, I don't know, PewDiePie numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
you got to have the right character and you got to do the charades like Christian's doing right now about the fucking, 2 words. What are you fucking doing?
Bring your
The
mic.
mic. Okay, like that, right? I love that. You're gonna see a lot of that, Matt. I'm just kidding. But going back to it with social media, it's like you got to know your timing. You got to know the environment. Essentially,
Yeah.
you can't just walk right in and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm fucking ready for anything."
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen a lot of that type of attitude on YouTube or any social media platforms?
It's funny. I was actually talking with a friend about this yesterday because there's
They know your friend.
Yeah, Fernandez, who will hopefully be on sometime soon. Stay tuned for that.
Does he have a podcast himself?
He does have a podcast himself. That will also be
Oh.
linked in the description.
Yes.
Oh God, this is he's just here to plug his friends.
This is just the plugging podcast.
It's going to be 50,000 links in the description.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
I know, right?
Yeah, we were talking about the fact that some creators that are doing well right now, the content's really not that good, and there's not that quality that I was talking about.
Right.
And because of that, there's kind of this gap and this opportunity for people that actually understand what their audience wants, what's comedic timing, how to actually give value to an audience. There's a gap in which those creators can succeed, and that's kind of the gap that I'm trying to fill.
For sure. And I don't know, like, how long have you been on YouTube for? And what do you do in particular, like in terms of video content?
Yeah. So the videos that I make, to answer your question, 5 years. And the videos that I make are tech, student, lifestyle type content. That's the 3 words that I use to bucket it all. Majority of it is tech reviews because I love technology. I've always loved technology, and bringing that onto camera now has just kind of, honestly, I don't want to say changed my life, because I'm still honestly a small creator, still have a lot of room to grow and will continue to grow.
Right.
But to say that it hasn't changed my life would be really an understatement. But it's not just tech that has really influenced that. I've made learning about like media and how to use a camera, editing, all this sort of stuff was things that I leveraged in grade 12 when everything went online, and video was the way to go.
Yeah.
Because everything was online. Students, no one was really paying attention in class because they were using, shitty 720p webcams with people that didn't have any on-camera presence. Whereas at that point in time, I had 1 to 2 years, behind the camera making YouTube videos. And I was able to make content that, stood out from everyone else. No offense to everybody that I went to high school with, but your stuff was shit and my stuff was way better. No offense. It was making stuff like that, like a little, I guess, promo video slash ad slash.
Have you guys seen his valedictorian vote
I saw
for me
it.
video?
You showed it to me. It was fucking amazing.
Vote for me, and he
Thanks.
did
Yeah.
Among Us themed.
Yeah.
It was-
no, everyone voted for me.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. It's like you pick the right type of content where it's like Among Us. Everyone knows what the
Yeah.
fuck
And
that is.
that's before it got that was when it was still popular and not everyone was shitting. on
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. It's all about catering to your audience. Like, for example, with that video, that was, I guess, for context for anybody that doesn't know, that was for a student council election that was happening in my school. And, previously in history, everybody that's, applied for this and whatnot, it's kind of really a popularity contest.
Yeah.
You have to kind of stand out with the crowd of people that you associate with. And me, I'm not really like as, let's say, outgoing and as kinetic as some other people. So I had to leverage video and, using a camera to differentiate myself. And I knew that Among Us at the time was extremely popular. I also knew that grade 9s are dumb.
yeah.
And that, if you make a little nice thing, you get them to click.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And
Did you
I
win?
I did.
Yeah.
I did become a student senate rep, which was pretty awesome. Looked great on my university applications.
There you go.
So, yeah, it's just all about it's all about using the tools that are available to you, and media being the tool that I used has really propelled some of the things that I've been trying to do.
It's crazy too because you went to the same high school as Josh over here,
Yep.
and as me as well, and as Christian as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
say
is-
rock.
Rock boys.
again.
This is another rock
Ravens.
interview Ravens episode.
Yeah.
But talking about that with the media program, because we had a media program there,
Yeah.
and just comparing and contrasting, did you learn anything from like how they were doing it, or you were just like, I can do better, or whatever? How
I was never I wasn't in the media program,
Right.
but I had friends that were in the media program, and in grade 10 I took a media class where I learned like this kind of like the basics of what you guys learned, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Premiere Pro, all that sort of stuff, photography or whatever. And I think what that class taught me, apart from the small amount of like stuff that I didn't know already about cameras and whatever, was more so the fact that I learned that I actually liked this sort of stuff, even though I'm not a media major. Like for anybody that doesn't know, I'm in STEM, so I'm in a completely different field. But when I took that class, that was like one of the classes that I was actually excited to go to. Even though I wasn't a media major, I was like really excited every single time that I went to that class, even if it was stuff that I didn't like. Like for instance, of all the subjects that we covered in that class, graphic design was the one I hated the most. Loved video editing, loved photography, hated graphic design, and still was excited to go to the class. So, that class really helped show me that I actually like this. And even though I'm not going into it as a profession, I can still leverage the tools that it offers to kind of make myself unique.
Yeah, I kind of like that because you don't hear that a lot from people who are interested in film, where it's just like, I have other professions other than that. Most people are like, no, it's always film.
Yeah.
You got to watch a film every day and stuff. It's like, there's always stories of like with George Miller. You know George Miller,
Yeah.
right, Josh? He was an engineer before being a director. That's what I mean. Like, your profession doesn't always have to be just this.
Yeah.
You can have multiple professions, and you can learn from each one in terms of the working environment. Yeah. And I agree about graphic design. I'm not a huge fan of it. I've tried making a logo for like, make a logo for your name. I'm like, I don't know, MN. Okay, I'll make the N look like that, and then the M look, and then they're just like, it looks like shit. I'm like, I don't know what you want.
Illustrator.
I don't know what you want from me. No logos. No logos. But with editing, like, it depends on what you're editing as well. It's like, I love just doing like experimental shit.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, yeah, you got to edit this 3-hour like multicam thing. I'm like, I want to fucking die. I don't want to do this, but you have to, and you learn from that patience.
Yeah, exactly.
I just love it because I see Josh staring at you, like just like
It's my little brother.
Jesus.
Hey man, he's 3 years younger than me.
Yeah.
We were once best friends. Once.
Then you got weird, dog. Like, maybe you weren't so weird. Sure.
He says this, but then he's like, Josh, can you drive me to so and so? Josh, you're making beef. How can I try some? Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, we live together, right? Like, you and I live together. Yeah. We're roommates, and once upon a time, I was making beef. He was making beef at the stove, and I was making beef. Same thing, except I was seasoning mine, and he was just like, okay, Brett, let it brown, let it brown, let it brown. Looks over at mine and just leans over. Why does it smell so much better? But
I guess you could say you made beef with him.
yeah, we had beef that day.
Yeah, you got no beef.
What I'm interested in is obviously, so our age difference isn't that different. Like, I'm just only 3 years older than you. Grew up in the same house, same values and whatnot. But you went on to this. You went to this way of life, and I went on to this way. Like, I became really big into like watching movies and whatnot, and I do a movie podcast. And like, we watched the same movies growing up. What were some of the movies that we watched growing up, like back in the old house?
Yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine for sure.
Well, not movie. That was a TV show.
If you're not talking about the movie, then what are you talking about?
Oh, the Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah, we watched that a lot. But that was mostly with
about that.
Baby. That was mostly with Baby. But I'm talking about movies. What movies do you remember we watched?
Kino.
I mean, there was a ton. Like, the superhero franchise obviously was a huge thing that we watched.
Why are you talking so professionally?
What do you mean? Why am I? Oh, because I'm on a podcast.
So obviously, the most obvious one was Thomas the Tank Engine.
I kind of like that though.
They
Instead of
speak
just
like a robot.
mumbled words, because I do that too. Where I'm just like,
he speaks like a robot.
I'm thinking about the audience and
Yeah.
that the fact
Man,
that they
fuck
have
the
to listen.
audience.
What the? I've never seen Josh like this, like, because, okay, I'll be honest, every other guest, this is how he sits. He's just like, and then for like this one, he's like, hey, like, you guys are gonna have drinks like after this.
Yeah, when we go back to Waterloo later today. This is my little brother.
Oh man, Josh, I've never seen you so relaxed before. It's actually impressive.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
try and do
why-
this to your next guest. See
That's
what
why
happens.
his birthday is right here.
Oh, legit. Aw.
And that's why he doesn't have mine, because he doesn't like me.
Okay,
But like, no,
I'm getting it later.
Jesus
I'm getting it later. Don't worry.
He's the one out of there's four of us. We have Matt and I have two other brothers, a younger brother, and then we have an older brother.
Yeah.
And out of the four of us, Matt's the one that doesn't give a shit about any of us.
Hey,
doesn't
what-
text us, doesn't call us, doesn't say I love you.
He's on the grind. He's on the grind.
Absence
Josh.
makes the heart grow fonder.
Shut up.
I like that. I like that quote.
But back to the movies. Like, so no, we used to watch. Remember, we used to watch Spider-Man 2 all the time. At
I did
Grandma's
say
house.
superhero movies, yeah.
Yeah, but you're saying it like as if it was like we watched The Dark Knight and this.
We did watch The Dark Knight.
Like,
You're just agreeing with me. You haven't said a single point of contrast.
Fuck off. It's just you're being so like weird about this. Like, cut the camera, start over. I'm kidding. No, like, okay, we watched Spider-Man 2 all the time. And we also watched Shrek and Shrek 2 all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably watched it way more, according to Grandpa.
Yeah.
But watched Shrek all the time. We watched Thomas the Tank Engine. And then when the Marvel stuff started happening, Matt and I watched Iron Man like multiple times a day, every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was essentially whatever we had on DVD. to be
Yeah,
honest.
and it's mainly because we watched things a lot because we didn't really have a ton of DVDs.
Yeah.
And so we watched that. We'd watch Transformers a lot. What was another movie we watched a lot? Can you think of one? I said Transformers.
Transformers. I don't know why Up just sticks out in my head.
We
Up.
didn't watch
Up's
Up
a
that
good
much.
movie. Up's a good
Yeah,
movie.
Up is
maybe
really
just because it's a banger.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it just sticks out.
But yeah,
Certified
like,
hood classic, if you will.
This is a certified hood classic. And then it's just if you say that, that's like the line, and it's like the scene with him like alone in the funeral.
oh my god,
This is a certified hood classic.
parental advisory,
boom, boom.
explicit content. No, that's true. Actually, there weren't a lot of movies that we watched.
Because we
also
always had to revert back to DVDs and stuff like that.
and
because
we didn't have
never
a lot.
had a lot.
Yeah,
in-
well, we
to
watched
begin with.
Iron Man 2 a lot.
Yeah.
Because Neville
Again,
does.
because it was on DVD. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because we got a bootleg version of it. You remember
Well-
that final battle was in like fucking 3p.
Yeah, we watched it in like 144p.
That's how bad it was. It was like, oh, here's a camera in the theater.
It's like 1 pixel is the helmet, and then 2 pixels is the suit. and
Yeah,
it's like
it was garbage.
But we both really liked movies growing up. Like I remember when Brandon made us watch the Transformers 2 trailer. It was,
No.
you
But
don't
I remember watching Transformers 2 in theaters.
Yeah, because we went with your friend Dante. So we went and saw
boy.
Transformers 2. Matt, another thing about us, our family, is that I seem to remember a lot of dumb shit.
Yes.
Like I have all these. So I
I
actually
can
remember.
confirm.
Yeah, I actually remember when our older brother, when the Transformers 2 trailer dropped, and we watched it in mom and dad's room. Brandon showed it to us on their desktop. This was way back with the old desk. Remember the ones in the basement now?
Yeah.
This was back when that was there. Brandon made us watch it, and I remember it looked terrifying to me because big robots, explosions. The last scene was remember the one with the 2 wheels?
Yeah.
Demolisher or something.
Yeah.
And so it was the scene where Optimus jumps off the bridge and onto him, and I thought it looked terrifying. Matt was like, "Oh, the movie looks so good," and I was scared I was gonna have nightmares. And then Matt went to bottom bunk. I went to the top bunk because Matt and I also had a bunk bed growing up.
Yo, bunk beds.
Bunk
think
bed slapped.
I think I had a bunk bed too.
W or L on bunk
long,
beds.
long ago. What?
W or L on bunk beds.
I was always L.
L.
Yeah.
L bunk beds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember that night. Matt was the one that had nightmares about it. You had nightmares about the
I?
Transformers trailer. Yeah, I remember that because you woke up crying. You little bitch.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I was like 5. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Wait. So 3 years. You're 03 then, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 3, yeah.
03. So you've been 5 or 6. Yeah. What the fuck, Josh? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the
like,
hell?
Don't be a little bitch. Why are you such a little
Okay.
baby?
That's
Don't-
like
don't
that's
cry.
like because when I was
Men
like
don't have
5 or
emotions.
6, Batman Begins came out, and I think I saw like the Scarecrow scene.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
scared,
yeah?
they scared the shit out of me. Yeah. Because it's like Batman as like a demon just interrogating
Yeah.
him. And that's
Yeah.
the scariest Batman's ever looked. And just 5-year-old me was like, oh my god.
You know what's always been a scary part of a movie for me, and I remember this so clearly,
Let's hear it.
is remember the first time that we watched Iron Man 1?
Was it the scene where they were doing surgery on him? Or was it the scene where Pepper had to pull the thing out?
No, it was partially the scene where they were doing surgery, just because that was cut so fast paced and just like chaotic.
Yeah.
So that was like not too bad, but I was definitely like shivering in my timbers, right?
Oh yeah.
But for some reason, I think that like stuck in my head, and then at the very end when it's rolling through the credits, and they're like it's whatever animation that they're using for the
Credits.
Yeah,
end
yeah.
credits, that terrified me for some
Yeah,
reason.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
mom, you.
Yeah,
you
it
actually
made
were
no
so-
sense.
you
What was
were-
what was the credits? It
was just
the
like-
suits.
it was just like this like almost like imagine like blueprint-esque
yeah,
type.
blueprint.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I remember that. You didn't
It's
like
animated. Yeah, I hated it.
That's so.
that. And you also didn't like we watched Spider-Man 3 religiously.
Yeah.
the third
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
What
we
was
watched
what was
that.
scary about that?
Matt did not like that scene with when Sandman turns into when he's in the thing and the things are spinning around him.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's a pretty.
That's a freaky scene.
Yeah, Matt was a little bitch
Okay.
growing up.
Jeez.
Yeah. He was also a chubby boy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he still is.
Okay. Relax.
You guys should do like real talk, like workout gyms and stuff like that, and see how much you guys can lift, and be like, all right, bro, we're freaking yoked.
It'll just
Real
be like
talk
an hour of us
weightlifting.
just walking, looking at ourselves in the mirror, and Matt just being like, "You're fucking small."
Like I would
like you're
be a part of it, but I feel like my weight class is just like this, and then you guys are like
Real
over
talk
here.
transformations.
Real talk transformation.
All right, we're gonna train Nevis.
Before and after, and I look like the Hulk. Like, "Ugh." I don't have a neck
Roided
anymore.
up.
I don't have a neck anymore.
But no, it's interesting. So like, if we watched movies so much growing up together,
Yep.
why? What was it that didn't grasp you about movies the way movies grasped me? Like, what?
Yeah.
When did you like kind of like, huh?
That's a deep question.
Yeah,
That's the
That's
whole
a
point.
very deep
philosophical.
question.
That's the whole point.
Philosophical,
Of,
if you will.
we should maybe I should have asked that night we were just when we got Burger King.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
What is it?
It's that you decided to pursue. What did you do in high school, Josh?
What do you mean? What did I do in high school?
What did you do in high school?
Okay, be a little
In
bit
terms
more
of like
specific.
career-wise,
Studying.
career-wise,
Career-wise?
yeah,
Yeah,
career-wise, study-wise.
I started preparing myself for to go into finance.
Yeah, exactly. So Josh didn't do anything in high school. Is what he's trying to say.
my God.
Right? Shit grades, right? L
What
student,
the fuck?
right? Borderline, just general degeneracy, right?
my God.
Right? Me, on the other hand, since grade 6, I've been wanting to go into cardiology. I was on the medicine track
Holy
for the
shit.
longest time, right?
I was supposed to be a urologist. Okay, fuck off.
Yeah, you also want to be an astronaut. Shut up. Oh, right,
What the fuck?
right. So
Holy shit. You know what's really funny about this is that both of y'all are like super smart, like smarter than me, because like I went into film, man, because I didn't want to do any of that science math shit. Because I remember like I was a grade 10 science. I had Adjaman.
Oh, yeah?
And he's a funny guy to talk to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you do not make me want to go to science because you just look stressed out 24/7.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I
that-
don't want to do that shit.
that
I'd rather be stressed out making movies than stressed out at like a fucking hospital where
Yeah.
people are dying and living and shit.
No, 100%. That's partially why I also decided so from grade 6 to around grade 11, I was on like health science, want to become doctor, surgeon, all that sort of shit. Then partially because of the stress, partially because of it was like an extra 10 years of school. I was like, I'm so done with this. Like, I don't want to do
Did
extra.
you actually want to go into cardiology?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
was it like me with urology where it's just like mom made me do it?
No. I actually loved, I still love like health science. Like for fun in grade 12, I took kinesiology.
Holy shit.
That sort of like love for science, but I didn't want to do it as a profession, so I decided to switch to hell on earth computer science, which
Jesus
is
Christ.
just as hard.
Holy fuck, man.
And currently, that's what I'm pursuing. So
Okay.
I'd say all of that to say that my plates. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I had a little bit more on my plate when it comes to studies and whatnot, and because of that, like I just became accustomed with you have extra time, okay, studying. Because I also wasn't one of those students that got like 70s and 80s and was okay with that. Like it had to be 90 plus, and it was 90 plus all the time, right? So I say all that to say that watching like movies and whatnot just wasn't on my plate because of the way I see it, the time commitment.
Yeah.
The time commitment, like 2.5 hours, 2 hours,
Yeah.
all this sort of stuff. Like, whereas for me, YouTube videos was easy to commit to because at most it was like what, 10 minutes, 12 minutes.
Right.
Very, very easy commitment. And then as soon as you're done with that, you can get back to studying.
Right.
And like, I think that's kind of why I, have now gone into YouTube, social media, all that stuff,
Yeah.
and kind of went away from
That's
from films
interesting.
and
actually,
whatnot.
yeah. After when I recover from that roast, it's interesting too. Fucking give me some aloe or something, but like, no, it does make sense. Matt he was always like a lot more intellectually.
Studious.
Yeah, he was always more studious than
Yeah.
I was, because I was I get like mid 80s and call it a day, and like grade 12 I was a fucking idiot, so I had like 70s in grade 12, but we don't talk
Yeah.
about that. But then Matt came
Yeah.
around and he was like, all right, I'm gonna get 90s,
Yeah.
and then look at our youngest brother, he's getting like 95, over 95 and everything.
Trickles down.
I mean, like it's good, and like there's nothing against that too. Because I remember like math classes and stuff. If I got an 80, it felt like I won Lotto Max. Man, like holy shit, I
Yeah.
got $40 million, and then somebody's just like, oh, I got 94.
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of 95.
Oh, no, I get
and I'm
that.
just like, bitch, how fucking high up the mountain you gotta be, man? like,
So luckily I wasn't like that in high school. Like
Okay.
I would keep like my need to be like high up there to myself.
Right.
Whereas other people would kind of project that almost like in a way to put themselves up, like, oh, I didn't get a 98, I only got a 96. Like, where I'm just like, shut up, like you're doing fine.
Yeah.
But like I kind of kept it more internal because I don't know. I think partially because of DECA, because of
What do you mean?
Y'all
Like-
were in DECA, right?
Yeah.
yes,
You too?
we
Oh,
were in
man.
DECA.
Well, he did it because I did it.
Okay.
Well, that's the way it is. Like, I did so much stuff because, and then you just copied me.
Well, I mean, you're not successful, and I didn't copy that.
Holy shit, man.
So there's that.
Dude, this is like Rocky 2, man. This is like Apollo Creed and Rocky. Holy shit, man.
Like,
You're weak, shriveled.
what the
I'm
fuck?
strong, good looking.
What are you, Homelander? I'm stronger. I'm better. I'm smarter.
I may as well be like Jesus. Give a guy some competition.
Oh, this is great. This is fucking great.
Yeah, like, yeah, I think I kind of kept that desire for wanting to achieve well to myself and reserved, partially because of DECA. Like, just
I don't. What does that mean? What does that?
what I mean by that is I feel like Josh definitely has more of a social intelligence than me. Whether you want to call it EQ or just the ability to read people, have people like him, etc. He's just better than that at me, I can admit. But us being in DECA, a situation in which we kind of had to work on people skills,
Yeah.
kind of helped me improve that. But then also being in these groups of like especially as a computer science student,
Yeah.
social skills isn't really a thing, right? A lot of them
Yeah.
have trouble speaking with people and whatnot, and having that ability to actually like communicate and whatnot has kind of gone a long way.
That's totally understandable. Like I'll be honest. Like I feel like no matter what you take, DECA or any classes with like
Yeah.
social skills, you kind of just have to know it.
Yeah.
It's like this is a video I remember seeing about Cryptonesia, and it's just basically like everyone wants to be funny, but not everyone is funny, and that's okay. And you know what? Like, I'm not saying I'm like a funny guy, but like, I don't know. I make Josh laugh sometimes from my
Yeah.
shitty dad jokes, and that's enough for me.
Exactly.
It's like if you want to pursue happiness, if you can laugh at your own jokes, more than enough. And you know what? Everyone has different skills that
Yeah.
differ. So, for example, somebody could be like super smart at math. Somebody could be super smart at fucking chess because they're really good at just solving problems like that.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just like I love telling stories. I love
Yeah.
writing scripts and stuff. To me, that's what I would do in my spare time at
Yeah.
high school. Is just like write a fucking short story and
Yeah,
see if
yeah.
I can make a script out of it. So.
Yeah, see, it's things like that, like that I think a lot of STEM students can't comprehend and understand. It's like,
Yeah.
like I like almost envy that your ability to like, make something beautiful with film and things like that, or like whether it be like my friend Matthew Fernandez, he's a great animator,
Oh,
and his
yeah.
ability to put together stuff with animations, like it's like I think just because somebody is like for me, whether it be like this kind of engineering track, just because that's something that I'm good at, I can still appreciate like the beauty that goes into filmmaking, or the
Yeah.
beauty that goes into animations, or just other different genres, and you don't have to be so close-minded to be like, oh, if it's not medicine, then it's fucking bad. Like, no,
Yeah.
there's beauty in every.
with chicken wings. Go
if it ain't blue cheese with wings, go fuck him up. Yeah, Joey Diaz over here.
Yeah.
But I kind of agree, vice versa, with other careers. Like
Yeah.
I make fun of DECA because it's like, oh, suck my DECA, haha. But at the end of the day, like DECA is a very important thing to have in terms of like not just social skills, but like just business etiquette and such. So like there were people in our program that were in DECA, and
okay.
I really respect that, and other careers that they pursued. It wasn't just like because there were people in our film program that took science and film.
Yeah.
And I kind of appreciate that. I kind of respect that because, like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
Like, advanced functions, I'd rather, like, I fucking hated it. But I took it because you might as well try to learn something.
Yeah.
Maybe you won't get it. It's like people into fitness.
Yeah.
There's people who are really into science, but I can tell you that, like, how much do you lift on occasionally? You guys are going into, like, working out and shit, right?
What do you mean by lift on occasion? Like, how often do we go to the gym?
Like, for example, like, I like push-ups. Like somebody could be like, yeah, I can do 100 push-ups, and then people are like, I can barely do one. That's what I mean. Like there's a range of that.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
your general interests are going to be different from that. But at the end of the day, I respect every single career.
Yeah, likewise. Same. And I think that's what more people need to do. They need to, drop the ego and have respect for some
Oh, yeah.
people's passions,
Oh yeah,
whatnot.
like an A.
Yeah, except for political scientists.
Okay.
Damn, you fucking dip that one in. 2 cents.
We got a little
there.
too real there. I was like, yo, guys.
Sorry, we're
This
just
is the
changing lives out
introspection
here.
call.
But that's the thing. It's even with you, Josh, when you talk about like fitness and stuff. Like I can't. I'm shit at diet. Like I'll
Oh,
eat a
yeah.
pizza, but I'll be like, yeah, I can eat a pizza and then like do a workout. But I feel like shit. I'm like, why do I feel like shit? And then Josh looks at me, bro. You gotta actually eat better. You can't just like drink coffee in the morning and that's it. And I was like,
That's crazy
yeah.
for an alcoholic, because like, how are you gonna say that, you know, diet is everything, and then just like, and then just be ass?
God damn, you almost killed Christian there. God.
Like my brother in Christ, the carbs, the empty calories, the amount of lethargic, not to mention your lack of focus.
I have to say, lack of focus has definitely improved over the last 6 months. I
Yeah.
have to say,
There's improvement.
there has been improvement.
Nice.
Oh man.
What,
in
what, did this,
progress.
what just happened?
Welcome back to the Rehab Podcast.
Oh, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Holy shit. Fucking Christ. Josh, this is what happens when you bring your brother on the podcast, just so you know. He was also excited. He's like, I'm getting ready.
Yeah, I was cooking up.
Yeah.
Cooking up some
Worst
stuff.
case, we can get my brother.
He pulled the trigger. and,
Yo, you would never get him back on the podcast. This is a mistake. Delete this footage.
delete this footage. Delete scenes, everything.
Oh my god.
Damn. Man, I think 90% of this was just roasting. Like, you guys were roasting each other. I kind of like
Stop.
that.
Oh, maybe we
Also,
started
also
bringing
I
the
kind of
fucking-
agree with you because this is the first time I was sitting here. This shit is like I gotta move around a bit. Because
Oh, thank
no,
you.
I kind of roast you about it, and I'm like, no, I kind of relate because I don't know if it's the angle, but like my back is just really uncomfortable.
And I already have back issues to begin with.
Yeah.
That couch is a little bit longer, like the seating surface is like a little
Because like if
Oh,
I
yeah.
if I didn't move or anything like that, I'd be like this. I'm not even kidding. Like it just slips. It's like a fucking slide.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Wow.
sidetrack. But
Yeah. So you want to come at me about this, huh?
my
You want to come at me?
how are
You're
we gonna
fat.
hold on? How are we gonna settle this? We can't be in. You guys can't be insulting each other the entire podcast.
No, there's just not going to be a resolution.
there's no fucking.
This is what siblings do. We just get married, and then all,
Bold
all
of you
a
to
sudden
assume that there's resolution.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
just want.
Bold
There
of
was,
you
there
to
was a
assume
point in
that
our
there's
life
peace.
where we didn't talk for like an entire week, and then all of a sudden one day we just decided to be nice to each other again.
Well, you guys went to Wendy's, right? Or what is it, Burger King? Shit! Don't fucking ruin it for me. You guys went to Wendy's, right? You like Wendy's, don't you, Josh?
Yeah, Josh, you like Wendy's?
No.
Shut up, both of you.
I knew there was a burger. It's called the Ligma Burger.
Yeah,
It
let's
was
get
a-
Michael Armada back here.
It was it was number E10. I think it was. I think it was the E10 burger.
E10, what?
E10 these nuts.
Amen.
got one.
Nice. No.
Oh, man.
By the way, yeah, have you ever heard of Malone Brown?
I think it was right after I was listening to Imagine Dragons. I think it
Malone
was.
Brown Dick?
Yeah, Malone Brown Dick. Thanks, man.
Imagine dragging these nuts across your face.
God damn it! You took mine.
Yeah!
So for the one person that's left watching this,
Yeah, actually.
sorry.
I wonder why our
Imagine when
analytics
mom and
are
dad
like
watch
just
this.
sinking down like at a certain point. I think it was the part where Josh just said dick and then
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Imagine when grandma watches this. Hey?
Grandma would love this.
Yeah, grandma would.
Grandma would love this.
No. But no, I mean, talking more about movies then. Even though Matt did say like he doesn't watch a lot of movies,
Yep.
we do watch like I got really close to the mic there.
That's okay.
We do watch a lot of Star Wars. Like we do watch Star Wars often.
Oh,
like,
have you
especially
seen all
around
the Star Wars films?
Okay, hot take.
Okay, go for it, man.
Star Wars
This-
is
hang on. Do we know about this hot take?
no
So Brandon and Baby are about to learn about
no
this.
Let's go.
They
Let's
don't
go.
know this,
Let's
huh?
do this. Come on.
Okay.
hot take. Star Wars is not mid, not trash, but it's just
So, are you talking like generally, like just as a whole, the concept?
just as a whole. Like I feel like okay, maybe this is just my Gen Z social media brain, but like I'd much rather just watch like a 5-minute version of each movie rather than the amount of hours of my life that it is.
I just want to say something.
Yeah.
Are you're? I hope you don't do what Josh does and like do 2 times speed on these movies.
So I do 2.5
Jesus,
with captions. and Wikipedia pages
would-
so that I can skip certain parts.
My brother in Christ, I would have an aneurysm if I sped it up any faster than it was.
because it's so
Wait,
more
Christian?
much more efficient.
How long have we been filming for? 35? Okay, so at the 35-minute mark, I gotta text my brothers that you're not my brother anymore.
Okay, let me make this abundantly clear. I like Star Wars.
No, you don't. No, the fuck you. No.
I like Star Wars. I just don't like how long it is.
You're not my brother.
Just like movies. Like
I have
just-
no brother.
You really are. No, I'm fully realizing this more. Like when you say you don't watch movies, like if you 2x speed movies, you don't watch movies.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
actually. Oh man.
Yeah. But okay, like just us talking about this has made me think of a select few and some that I do want to watch because like my friends
watch or that you already have seen.
both because my friends have given me movies to watch. Like they always give me suggestions and I'm just like, yep, this is going on the list of movies that will stay on this list but I'll never actually watch. But I do have a select few like Whiplash is a movie that
that's a
I
great
really
film.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're about to mention Social Network.
Social Network is
Social Network.
a
yeah.
certified hood classic. It is just
certified Mark
It's like-
Zuckerberg classic.
It's like the holy Bible for CS students.
Yeah.
It's actually fantastic.
Can you relate to Mark Zuckerberg in that film?
No, because
That's good.
I'm special needs, right? So I can't.
Just himself.
So,
Ooh, self-burn. Those are rare.
It's all
no,
good.
no. He's just. It was just a different level of intelligence, timing, whatnot.
Yeah.
And I think that I have a little bit more work to do before I make my own Facebook.
That's fair.
So we'll keep
Social
that one.
Network's such a good one. It's
Social
because it's like whenever I talk to people like different like mainly math and science, like people who are really into that, I was like, oh, I love that film. And for me, it's just like, dude, David Fincher is known for like thrillers and murders and stuff, and then he makes something like that, and it's just as intriguing and intense.
Yeah.
It brings people together.
Yeah.
and I like that.
I love the balance that it had between like the kind of technical aspect, like looking at like their, whether it be Andrew Garfield coding on the window or like just the different technical aspects. It was really cool seeing that, but then also like these dramatic moments that I could appreciate. Like,
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot my product the cleanest. Well,
Yeah.
my fuck you flip flops. You pretentious douchebag.
like that's such a classic scene.
Because
you know
like
what I mean?
because there's moments where it's just like, was it Justin Timberlake talking about his app, and he's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is the big thing and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know anything about this fucking world, but I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sold. Like I'll put in all my money on this app or whatever, because it's just the dialogue and how
Yeah.
it's like Ford v Ferrari for Christian. Like it got film people and car people together.
Yeah.
Facebook, the social network is like, it got like tech people and film people
Yeah.
together. I like
What's better than $1 million? $1 billion.
He says that a lot. He
I
says
do say that.
Yeah,
I
Matt
say that
quotes-
unironically.
I say
because
the
think it's
Doctor
possible.
Evil one, where it's like, what's better than $1 billion? 1 million.
Oh, nice. Economic recession.
I don't think Matt's ever seen any of the Austin Powers.
Austin Powers?
movies. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hilarious.
I've seen I've read the Wikipedia page. Like,
So you know when the
Matt-
years came out and the runtime of the films, I'm assuming, because that's what Wikipedia is known for, and then a synopsis.
yeah. I
Yeah.
just skim over the synopsis. Yeah, I don't even read the whole summary. It's just you can get the
Matt
idea.
reads like
Fair enough.
the one sentence synopsis at the start of the.
Do you like
top of
reading
the-
books then?
No. Dies inside.
It's just, I don't know, because I love film, but I also respect more of like people reading books and stuff like Silence of the Lambs. It's a great book.
Yeah.
I do want to get on reading Fletch, because I remember watching the Chevy Chase films. I'm like, wait a minute, like I want to read the books because I love this character so much. I read like The Lost World of Jurassic Park. It's one of the few times where I say like, oh, the book is actually better because the movie was shit.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I guess what I like is, and I guess what kind of ties it all in a bow with a bow, is information download almost. I kind of see myself as like, I don't know if this is corny, but like I see myself as like a computer.
Okay.
And in order to download information, okay, I know like okay.
don't give this guy malware.
Pretentious
Don't
douchebag.
don't give this guy malware. That's all I'm saying. Don't give him the McAfee virus.
like
Yeah,
I,
but
don't, I just want information as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And like a book takes too long to read, movies are too drawn out. Like let's just get the information as fast as possible so I can apply it into my
Heard of shorts?
yeah.
Short.
Hence YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts. Okay, what maybe like Audible? I guess would Audible be fitting or no? Not even that.
Yeah, because those I can listen like 3 times speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Well, yeah, you have to.
so wait.
Well, actually, it goes
amazing.
up-
Are you?
have to-
No,
it goes-
I
it
still
goes up
can't
to, like,
comprehend this
7.
with you two. I still can't comprehend this.
Yeah.
This this demographic of people like. You can actually, if we film this, this gets uploaded. You 3 times speeded. You'll understand a single word of each of us.
How do you think I make the shorts?
I don't. What the fuck? Okay, I think you're on drugs. I can't.
Have you heard of Adderall?
No, that makes sense. The secret is known. Shit, I'm gonna buy some.
We'll have that linked in the description as well.
I'm gonna purchase right here.
Local dealer.
Local deal. What? Comes in the next day, right at your doorstep.
I'm still crying over the
Cinema sales.
Oh yes, exactly.
still crying over the Rehab Podcast joke.
Rehab Podcast. Josh, it took us a year, but we finally made it. Oh my god.
yeah,
This ties into the whole like we were joking about like how I should lie down on that couch and Nevis should just talk. We should do an episode where Nevis is just therapizing me.
Therapizing.
Yeah.
Therapizing.
That's a word.
Speaking of which, so I've also noticed that Matt, some of the movies you like tend to be about characters that are passionate about something or like really driven by a goal. And I think that's that speaks about a lot about you because Whiplash, he's super passionate about engineering. He wants to become the greatest drummer of all time.
Yep.
Mark Zuckerberg in the social network. I think you mentioned you've seen Black Swan, right?
No, but that's on the list of not
That's-
movies that I'm gonna reject, but that's on the ones that I will actually watch.
Black
Yeah.
Swan, Natalie Portman's character.
Yeah,
is definitely-
1.5 speed. I'll give that one 1.5.
Holy shit,
I'll
man,
bless
I
it. with
can't-
that.
Every time I try to show this kid a video, like I'll watch my stuff at like 2.5, sometimes even 3 speed. But like when I want to enjoy something, I'll watch at normal speed. I put something on for this kid to watch, and this guy puts it like immediately hits like the Q button, and it speeds up to 1.8.
If you have it key binded, you can just hit it.
Yeah,
from
there's
there.
key
You know what
bindings.
you should watch then? And I want to see if I can watch it too. Speed Racer in 2 times
Racer.
speed. Dude,
Never just fall off
it
the
is
couch.
so fucking fast. No, like they have like cuts like every 2 seconds in that film. So imagine that 2 times speed. Oh my god. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm an old man, but like I'll watch a film from like the 70s that's like 2 hours long, and it's just like an establishing shot lasts 10 seconds. It's just the quiet air, and I'm like, oh, I can drink a cup of coffee. It's like if I ever 2 times speed that, like I feel like I would like literally have a heart attack. Just like
I get that. I get that because there are like I won't lie. There are simple things like on the few days that I can actually wake up early in my apartment
Right.
and just like see the sunrise. There is something like just being still about it.
Oh,
my
yes,
issue,
being a human again.
yeah. when I turn my lizard brain off and I can actually and I can actually appreciate the world. No, but I guess my issue or not issue, but like with the media, it's just like I don't see media as pleasure. I see media as a medium of download. And I'm trying to get that download speed as fast as fuck.
Matt,
oh my god, another
Listeners,
film,
the grind
another
side.
film you should watch. Good Will Hunting.
he's seen that.
I've seen that.
Oh my God.
I've seen
I
that
watched
one.
That's one of our dad's favorite movies.
Yeah.
That's like
That's a goodie.
oh my god, Will Hunting, like that type of oh my
I
god.
kind of actually want to watch it again when we got back to Waterloo tonight.
I do too. I'm not gonna watch it, but like I can say that I want to watch
You'll
it.
4 times speed it. It'll
That
only
one,
last-
that one's a Wikipedia. Just read. That one's a scroll through. The page.
Yeah, is that Matt Damon Affleck? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, this was great. I kind of honestly, the more I heard about your work ethic and stuff, the more I fucking respect that, man. Because honestly, I'm gonna say this unironically. I'm sorry, Josh. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, go for it.
You're literally built different, like mentally speaking.
Thank
it's
you.
just like, wow.
Yes, because our mom beat the shit out of us growing up.
Shout out to Caribbean households for instilling just pain.
It really traumatized us, but they made some successful ass children. The wooden spoon, the leather belt.
Belts go a long way.
Yeah, the hanger, the
For the
broom handle.
for the parents that are watching at home,
Beat your kids.
beat your kid a little bit.
It'll help. They'll appreciate it later. Delayed gratification. With all that being said, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Real Talk Interview.
How you fucking ended like that? How about a higher note? Hold on. Let's just say, like, thank you for being on the podcast. I know Josh and you roasted each other 90% of it, but honestly, I think we all learned something today about work ethic and respecting others' careers.
Yes.
Okay.
Hope you guys enjoyed
Thank
the
you for
video.
having me.
Leave a like, share, and subscribe. Check out our Instagram, check out our TikTok. Follow Matt's YouTube channel. Talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace out.